Hey guys, Mr. Randall here, and what we're going to be going over today is statistics, and mostly what we'll talk about is what a mean is, finding the mean of a value. And maybe you've been exposed to this before, but if you haven't, no big deal, we'll talk about it. But our first order of business is we're going to talk about what are statistics. And really, when we look at statistics, you could collect a lot of data for anything, right? You could collect data on populations, sports, the weather, but really all that statistics are is how we organize those numbers. If you have a list of 1,000 numbers, it doesn't really make sense. So we need to organize it, but then also we need to make sense of it. We kind of need to whittle it all down, make it digestible so we understand what's going on. So again, like I said, like batting average, what the probability of you getting a base hit would be. Average rainfall would be important for our climate nowadays. And also what you watch. So the people from Netflix or content creators on YouTube, what they need to do is they collect data from what you watch, and then they need to make sense of it by seeing the average viewership on a video, how long people watch those videos, so they can plan accordingly. The thing we're looking at today is the mean of a value of a data set. And really all that a data set is a set of numbers, just a group of numbers. So right here, what we have right here, that would be an example of a data set. And the mean is just the average. So if you know what the word average is, you have a good idea of what a mean is. And so if we look here, if every number in the set could have the same value. So for example, the set we have up here is down here. We just have the first set looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how we have 5 different data sets on the data set we have up here? What we have to do then is we have to make sure that each of these have the same value. So really what we can do is if we take all of them out, move all of these to the side. What am I doing here? What operation does that look like I'm doing? Well, it looks like I'm adding these all into one big group, right? So what we do is we take the value, or the data set, and we add all the numbers up. Okay? And now that we have this, I'll have a group of 15 circles here, because we add all of them up, all these up, we will have 15 points. So now what I do is I divide them evenly into each data point. So right here, I'm moving these all evenly. Well, and if we look at that, what operation is that? Well, I said dividing, so we're taking that number that we added them all up and dividing them. So right here, what number are we going to have in each part? Well, we're going to have 3 dots. So the average of this data set, or the mean, would be 3. And we look right here, we want to circle and star this. Add all of the numbers up, then divide by how many numbers there are. And a good way to remember this is, it's mean of Mr. Randall to expect me to add all of them up and divide them. Because sometimes this can be a little time consuming, but that is just a good way to think about it. It's mean of me to expect you to do that. So looking at this example, Mr. Randall scores the following on his math test: 98, 87, 72, 100, and 93. So I have 5 elements of this set. Well, what I do then is I add them all up. Add these up, I will get 450. 450 then divided by the 5 elements, I would get 90. So my average, my mean score of this data set right here is 90. So let's look at this example now. Well, so we're going to have to add all these up. This is, again, something that would be really helpful to have a calculator for. So 18 plus 34 plus 13 plus 37 plus 42 plus 36. We'll add them all up. we would get 180. Please excuse me, guys, doing this remote learning. It's kind of, it's a learning experience for me to try and write on my Mac. So we have 180. Yeah, I'll get better, trust me. I think I've noticed that I'm really bad with my 8s. Okay, so now I have 180, and then I have to divide it by, answer in the set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I divide this by 6. So we'll take 180, what we had up here, divide it by 6, and we'll get 30. So, looking back on the problem, find the mean of the following waiting times in ER. These 30. Okay. Here are a couple problems. I only want you to work on these 4 problems right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you feel like you are struggling with this. But if we go back now, there is a quizzes code right here, 6-digit code. And what I want you to do, I want everyone to go to quizzes.com. I'll pull it up here quick. Right here. You'll go to quizzes.com, hit join a game. It'll take you to a new window. And all I want you to do is type in this 6-digit code. So let's pull it up here. 096833. Join a game. Start game. And this is what it'll look like. So we start it. There's 8 questions here. These 8 questions, I just want you to do them. So we'll click the correct answer for when you have these. So if you just want some more materials to work on, go to this link right here. This link. And you can either play games, have extra problems to do, just something for you to do in case you want more practice. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy doing some remote learning.